Walter T. Watts, SFP2. Every young man should have to serve his country, and Navy is the way to go. I had kin folks in the Army. I had an uncle in the Air Force that I just visited over in Orlando, and he was a lieutenant colonel and flew, but he actually got to visit me on board that ship, and even he said we were eating good, whatever, but life's been good. He was actually from Alabama. He was born in Alabama, but his mother later moved to Miami, and my grandmother moved to Miami, and that's where he started as an enlisted man, and when he retired, he was lieutenant colonel flying the big planes, and he had a family, and they live in Orlando now. But this life was good. Like I said, I had an uncle that was just enlisted in the Navy, and had uncles in the Army, and my dad tried to join the Army, and they wouldn't let him, they wouldn't take him. But so there was military in the family. When I came before, I really didn't see anybody that I actually knew by name until this time. And it was a guy, we had both wound up at Patrick Air Force Base waiting on the ship, and we both flew to San Diego, and went on the ship at the same time, and he was here today, and that was really good that I got to talk with him. He remembers he and I going on that ship that day, and when I went on that ship, a boy that had graduated school 2 years before I did and was in the reserves, when I walked on that ship, he was on that ship and said, "Hey, Tommy," and he said, "You just coming on?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm getting off." He said, "I'm getting off today, matter of fact." So they just had pulled in port, and he was going back to Reserve Center. But really had good experiences the whole time I was in the Navy, whatever. And I stayed in reserve for 12 years before I seemed like I didn't have time for it anymore. Should have stayed 20.